Well, this was quite a warm weekend on February 18th to 19th, 2017 on Beaver Lake. Here we are on the Saturday. I think it got up to about 8 degrees and about the same on the Sunday, but the difference between the 2 days on the lake is astonishing. So we see here South Beaver Lake moving into North Beaver Lake area with a strange amoeba in the middle of the channel there between the lakes. Here's Neville Point looking down, but you can see pretty much snow covered everywhere. The amoeba shape, I guess, where it's been melted a little bit, is still very solid looking. There's some soft spots. Interesting animal tracks that were in the channel here between North Beaver Lake and South Beaver Lake, looking towards South Beaver Lake. You can see the ice still looks pretty thick. The animal tracks are strange because you can see they must have been made in relatively deep snow, like maybe a few inches anyway, and then froze that way, so they're actually above the surface now, which is kind of strange. We'll zoom in a little bit. I'm probably about, I don't know, 15 feet off the ground at this point. Strange how they're long, like the feet were dragging whatever it was that was going through here. Particularly there you can see drag marks as they were lifting their feet through the snow. And this is from that area looking towards the Salmon River where it flows into North Beaver Lake. You can see there's obviously something happening underneath the ice there. You can see the shadow of the drone moving along. I'm not very high, probably about 20-25 meters at this point. You can see the river meandering through the lowlands there where it comes out of the woods and into the lake. Interesting to go up there in the summer. And this is the entrance to the hidden lake. Again, you can see it's pretty much snow covered everywhere. As you look around, and fairly solid looking for sure. But then as we so this is the probably around noontime on the Saturday, and here we are transitioning into Sunday. And yeah, that's not open water, that's water on the surface of the lake, on the top of the ice, but it's quite a dramatic difference. Strange reflections of the clouds in the water. This is about I'd say about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can see that amoeba shape is kind of transformed into just a big area now, not as distinct at all. As we fly over that same channel area, you can still see the tracks, so it's still very solid. Very strange effect as you fly over the lake with the water reflecting the clouds and the sun starting to go down. See me standing there on the leftish, and if you look closely you can see I wave when the drone flies over. People who wave at drones are strange, but there you go. Here I go. Hello. Wave to the guy on the ground. You can see a couple guys on ATVs on the right hand side there. I'll fly over them a little later, out ice fishing. Not sure how pleasant that could have been, standing in half inch or an inch of water, but there you go. Heading up North Beaver Lake here. Then we'll spin back around and fly over those guys, see what they're up to. Two ATVs, two guys. See the one guy off to the right of the vehicles. I guess the other guys must be sitting on there. I can't see them. And then I'll fly down to the end there and turn around and go up real high. Strange thing is that the North Beaver Lake was covered in water, but South Beaver Lake, for reasons I cannot figure out, didn't seem to have nearly as much water on it. I flew over there a little later, but not nearly as much. Very strange. You can see still lots of people out ice fishing though on the South Lake. There's where the amoeba shape was. It's kind of softened and expanded, I'd say. Kind of windy up high, and that's why it's jerking around a little bit. See what I mean? Not nearly as wet looking on the South Lake. At least not at this end. Maybe a little more at the other end where you can see it looks a little shiny. And then I head for home after a little more zooming around. And here we are, oh, I don't know, maybe 150 meters up and starting to drop down. You can see how our little bay there is quite protected and clearly in the shade because it's still quite snowy, although it was kind of slushy. So I'm coming in for a landing. I had put a board down, a small board just to take off from because it was so wet. And then I thought, well, what the heck, why don't I see if I can land on it? It's straight ahead. I better get out of the way if I want to keep my kneecaps. You can see the dock ramp there. That's the thing with the railing. It's on a tilt because there's a board underneath it to support it. And here we are. Here's the little board, and we'll drop in.